Alrighty, well, I think we're live. Alrighty, so welcome to. Well, this is essentially going to be my first live stream on Twitch. I have been live streaming on YouTube for a little while now. I think this is probably the 7th live stream I've done for Football Manager. And then I've also done a couple of live streams for Euro Truck Simulator. But anyway, as you can see, we're into the second season with FC Twente. And yeah, we're just going to continue. We are currently in pre-season. We have made a few transfers in the previous stream. As you can see, we did finish second in our first season. If you want to go back and watch that whole first season, you can do that on my YouTube channel. So yeah, make sure you go and check that out. All the live streams are uploaded there. And I'm hoping that I can upload these ones from Twitch as well. Anyway, let's advance on. We are currently trying to sign this guy here, Diego Vieira, 28-year-old Paraguayan from Libertad. I mean, he looks really good, especially as a ball-playing defender, which is what I use. So we're just going to negotiate, try and get this offer down a little bit. Although it's pretty acceptable, actually. We offered 600k. And they've just gone 25k above that, so not too bad. Realistically, I would like to get him on a lower contract. He's currently on a key player, but I think we could hopefully... We'll try rotation first. Okay, well that's, yeah. It's going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, honestly, I really want him purely for the fact that he's more of a senior player as well, which would be really good for our... Well, we have a wonder kid youth that we managed to get in the first season. And he's quite good. Albeit, he's got a 2.5 mil release clause. May as well show you him here. Go into the tactics. He is up in the first team now. But he was injured for the first preseason game. There he is, 16-year-old German regen, came from our youth intake. As you can see, 4-star current ability, well, possibly a 5-star potential there as well. And I mean, he looks incredible. He's also a ball-playing defender, which is essentially perfect for us. He's still in his youth contract, pretty much until the end of this year, so the next season we will be keeping him around. If I show you his transfer page, as you can see, he is literally wanted by just about every club, every top club in Europe. You got Bayern Munich, Juventus, Liverpool, Man City, PSG, and Tottenham there. And like I said, he's got a 2.5 mil release clause. So that's really scary. He's only played I think, one game for the club in the last season, so I didn't really want to use him. I wanted to try and see if he would not gain as much interest if I didn't play him as much. And I mean, we'd already sort of wrapped the whole league up in itself. Well, in terms of not being able to finish first. But yeah, so I really want to bring this guy in, Vieira. He's very solid. And he will be, well, he's essentially better than our other centre-back that we currently have, Leguizelo, who is a former Arsenal player. I mean, we can remove these. I won't remove and exclude. We'll try and give him key player, but he's just going to keep going. So I think at this point, I have to just accept his offer. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get him into the club. And now this guy, very interestingly, found him at the end of the last episode. Was sort of just browsing through some South American teams. And yeah, he popped up in the Chile under-20s. As you can see, 16-year-old. currently at the Galaxy, LA Galaxy Academy, which means we can sign him on a free transfer. So, yeah, we've done just that. 725 per week, but he won't be joining us for a little while. We also gave Kenta LaPedra, one of our better players from last season. We've given him a new contract, keeping him around for at least another 3 seasons. And yeah, I mean he was really good, and then he got injured, so a little bit of a risk, I would say. You know, giving him a 3-year contract. Let's go 3 years for Diego Vieira. Okay, well, his suggested offer is extremely high. And he wants a 4-year contract as well, by the looks of things. Yeah, this is not great, because 9.5k is actually the highest wage I can offer at the moment. I'll try to bump it down to about 5. Okay, well, yeah. Essentially, there's no way we're going to be able to sign this guy. That's actually really disappointing. I low-key wanted him quite badly. And I thought we might actually be able to pull it off, but it's not to be. Not to be. Alrighty. It's actually a pretty good thing that a lot of the other Dutch teams are losing some of their best players to, like, Premier League teams that, you know, are quite cashed up. So, yeah, it's pretty beneficial for us. And, you know, the weaker that some of those teams can get, the better, you know, the better we'll be going forward, I think. As you can see, Oosterwijk, who was a player that was already at the club, he's a regen though. He's developing pretty nicely. Of course, in the last stream, we did put an offer in for Joshua Zirkzee, 18-year-old Dutch striker, currently at Bayern Munich. We need a striker. We need a somewhat lethal striker. Zirkzee is probably the best option that that we're trying to get at the moment. I'm not 100% sure if he'll actually come to us, but obviously, you know, we're a Dutch club, and he plays the deep lying forward role naturally, and yeah, pretty, you know, a pretty key tactical player that's gonna come in, and I think he'll definitely be our starting striker, because our other options are Oosterwijk here and Harris Vukic, who is more of an attacking midfielder, albeit he did play for quite some time in the striker role for us last season. Anyway, let's carry on. I want to try and get through a few friendly games today. And as you can see, Leverkusen going in for Dolberg, who is a very good Ajax striker. Like I said, a lot of European clubs, a lot of Premier League clubs. I think Everton have just signed one of PSV's best players. I think Man United came in for another PSV player. I think they're striker, actually. Could have gone in for this guy, Thomas Cardona. I'm not too sure. It's kind of expensive. Doucouré has rejected our loan offer. Of course, we had Doucouré on loan last season. As you can see, he played really, really well for us. That's surprising. Oh, I guess he was on backup. Let's try rotation. That should hopefully make him a little bit happier. And we were awarded with the biggest overachievers award, which is nice to see. Reserves League. That's fine. I'm guessing that we won't actually be able to... Dutch Reserve Competition. Always been interested in this. Is there a promotion to get into the second tier? By the looks of it, there isn't. Which is really weird because, you know, some reserve teams are in the second tier. Such as, obviously, Ajax, PSV, AZ Alkmaar. I think there's one more as well that I'm missing. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we're going to play PSV. I'm assuming that's like the Super Cup, the Johan Cruyff Schall. And our link with Heracles has been terminated, as we'll be in the same division, which you would assume should have been, realistically, should have been terminated last season as well. But that'll be an interesting game. We've also got the Champions League qualifiers coming up. Ooh, I actually wanted to sign this guy. But now SK Brand are coming in. His contract is going to run out soon. But as you can see, he doesn't want to negotiate with me, which is a bit of a problem. That guy, he doesn't look too bad. I mean, we do play with, you know, deeper wingers. So unfortunately, he's not going to really fit our system, but always a possibility. Carlos Fierro. Doesn't that name ring a bell for a lot of people out there? Of course, like a former Wonder Kid that was pretty sure he was very affordable like 5 years ago. Might have even been longer than that. He would actually be a pretty good transfer for us. But his contract will run out in January, so we're going to have to wait another 6 months or so. But I think we go in for him. Although he doesn't want to even negotiate with us, unfortunately. But yeah, very interesting. 80 scout rating. 3.5-star current ability. A little bit of extra potential there as well. I mean, he's a bit out of our price range there. Interesting. Carlos Henao. I mean, realistically, he's actually not too bad. But he's probably too old. Because I essentially wanted a player, a centre-back, that's going to be able to replace Klaus if he does leave next season. I mean, essentially, I can just wait and, you know, possibly sign someone next season. Which is probably what we'll do, you know, if we do in fact lose him. I mean, he's actually really good, this guy. Could we get him in on loan? First team commitments, I guess not. So weird. Why would he not want to sign when he's already got another contract coming in for him? That's kind of boggling my mind a little bit. Damn it. I would really like to get him. He's got a lot of potential, as you can see. Pretty frustrating. And we are kind of lacking a bit of quality in the centre midfield department. I mean, realistically, I also need to look for a right winger. And as you can see, Bayern would like to take Timo Klaus on trial. I knew this was going to happen. And I'm really, really frustrated. Oh, do I do it? I mean, I kind of feel bad at the fact that, you know, for me not to let him go on trial. I mean, part of me just kind of wants to do it. All right, we're going to do it. I mean, realistically, they're all going to come in with offers, release clause offers, so you know, at this point I may as well just let him go out, see what happens, you know. I'm going to reject that friendly because it's actually in between our two qualifying legs against PAOK. Alright, so they want us to reach the third round of qualifying. I think we are currently in the second round against PAOK. They want us to finish in the top half of the Eredivisie, which is fine. Perfectly achievable. Kind of surprising that that's not actually like a European finish. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with top half. I did actually promise the players that I would make Champions League football again. I regret doing it, but I feel like it was kind of the right option. Still going to be very, very competitive. You know, I know we did finish above Ajax, but we were essentially level on points. So, yeah. And of course, PSV, winners of the league. They're losing a lot of players, but I still expect them to, you know, be pretty strong. And finally, in the KNVB, Becker, they just want us to reach the quarterfinals. Now, yeah, we were a little bit disappointing last season in the cup competition. So I want to try and rectify that. But here we go. Timo Klaus, the absolute wonder kid that we got in the last youth intake. He's not leaving us yet, but he does have a trial with FC Bayern München. And of course, like I said, he does have the 2.5 mil release clause when his professional contract does start. Luckily, that's not for another season. So we're going to have him for a little while. Now, this guy is super cheap. We don't actually play with an attacking midfielder, but I feel like we could retrain him. He's only going to be 165k. I mean, he's lacking a little bit of physical strength and jumping, but I mean, I'd be pretty crazy not to try and sign this guy. I think we'll make an offer. Only 23 years old. 3.5-star current ability. He's also transfer listed, but I just don't think he's good enough, to be honest. And we already have, well, we essentially have 3 left backs already. Alex Pearce, probably not a ball-playing defender, which is essentially what we need. So I'll just discard that. Ooh, Juan Bravo. I mean, this guy's actually not too bad. I did scout him from the Uruguayan under-20s. Our days. But he is on a pretty big wage, 5.75k per week. I think we'll take a miss on him for now. I mean, this guy's also pretty good. Another Brazilian player, defensive midfielder. Really good free kick taking. I'll check him on the shortlist. We'll scout him up, see what the scouts say. But he's also, relatively cheap. Yeah, I was looking at this guy, Arayo. But I don't think we're going to get him. As you can see, some pretty decent clubs are going in after him. And I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't actually want to come to our club anyway. Alrighty, so let's get through preseason. Like I said, I want to try and get to these Champions League qualifiers. This is pretty much the full-strength team. Of course, Kugo was signed in the last stream. Looks a very decent player, left winger. Only 23, signed for 1.1 million, which I think is, relatively cheap, albeit it was about a third of our transfer budget. We've got Abijania, who's on a 2-year loan. Solid enough. Holsha, again, we want to try and upgrade this guy, and I think that Brazilian, Daniel, I think he's definitely an upgrade on Holsha. But he did play pretty well last season. I'll give him that. We also have Espinoza, who we're retraining as a right winger, but realistically, I would like to play him in the centre mid position. It's an interesting one. We've also got Brahma here, club captain, 32 years old, very experienced. Spent some time in Australia, actually. Now, the centre of defence is where I think we're going to have some problems. Now, Mantia, I want to retrain this guy as a inverted wingback, and we'll try and get him trained to play the right back, because he's a left footer, so will kind of make a little bit of sense. We also signed this guy on a free transfer. Again, strengthening the centre midfield department a little bit. He'll be the backup for now, but if Holsha or Abijania are not performing, then I think he'll come straight in. I think he's good enough. But hopefully we can get Daniel. Nice, cheap, really, really good Brazilian player. Yeah. Up front, we've got Ustavik, of course. Very, very talented 17-year-old striker. But like I said, I want to get Xerxes in. I don't think the strikers we have at the moment, it's pretty much him and Vukic here, who used to play for Newcastle. And they're just not lethal enough, especially to, try and push through the Champions League qualifiers. I think we need better, and I think Xerxes is going to be a step up from both of them. Anyway, let's jump into it. It is only a friendly, but I would say it's a pretty good test against Ajax. Like I said, we were pretty much on level terms last season, but we did finish above them due to goal difference. Alrighty. Now, in terms of the tactic, we're essentially just playing a 4-1-4-1 with a defensive midfielder and then one striker up front, of course, with normal wingers instead of attacking wingers. All right, we've got a new follower. First ever follower, Potty Top. Welcome to the stream. Now, if you want to catch up on the FC20 live streams, the first season, you head over to my YouTube channel. You can find all of the previous streams there if you want to catch up and sort of see what happened in that first season. I think it was pretty good. I mean, it started a bit slow, but then obviously I started using my... I don't want to call it overpowered tactic, but I mean, I've been very, very successful with it previously, so yeah, we started using that, and then, things started turning in our favor a little bit. Anyway, let's just bring a few players on here. Cantala Pedra, Paulinho, Salahi can come on as well. Actually, I may as well just pretty much bring everyone on at this point. Want to give, a little bit of match fitness to some of the reserve players. As we continue preseason here. Espinoza. Cantala Pedra. Yeah, that injury really affected him last season. He picked up I think it was a broken ankle or something like that. He was our leading goal scorer during that time as well. And he was essentially out for I think he came back right at the end of the season. But yeah, not a bad result. 0-0 against Ajax. I mean, like I said, it's only a preseason game, so we don't really have to be too worried about it. And again, we're only working towards the Champions League qualifier, the second qualifying round against PAOK from Greece. Yeah, I actually decided to do some pretty tough friendly matches. Of course, Ajax, Leipzig, and then Monaco. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. Maybe I should have played a couple of teams that are a bit easier to beat, shall we say. Hopefully we can actually get Xerxes on loan. Alright, who's this guy? I mean, realistically, he actually looks pretty good, but again, he's just too old. 33-year-old. Like I said, we need... Essentially, I'm looking for someone for the future that can possibly replace the wonder kid that we're about to lose once this new season is finished. But yeah, this guy looks really good, Daniel. Really solid player, 165k transfer listed. Alright, so first things first, we're going to exclude the minimum fee release clause. Have to get that out of there. Absolutely atrocious. And I think we'll drop his... We'll try and negotiate a little bit. I think 4.5k. We'll try and start from there. And we'll slightly increase it. Okay, there we go. 4.7k. A decent amount lower than the 6k that he wanted. So, probably could have done a bit... Ooh, yes! Joshua Xerxes on loan. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. We are paying his full wages, which is a little bit unfortunate, but again, I mean, he's by far I would say he's the best striker that we could have got on loan, so a definite positive. Schenk is more of a backup centre-back at this point. I'm not really too worried about him picking up a 4-week injury there. Alrighty, so we've got another friendly match against RB Leipzig. Really, is that all 700k? Damn it. I don't think he'll be interested in coming to our club. As you can see, extremely doubtful. That's unfortunate, because I would have actually liked to sign him. He's nice and young. Very unfortunate. I mean, this guy was actually pretty outstanding last season for us. Mitchell Bakker. Got him on loan from PSG. As you can see, a nice average rating of 7.25 there. And yeah, we managed to get him on loan again. We just extended it for 1 season. We also brought in 2 left backs though, so you know, it might have been a bit of a mistake bringing in. Well, we essentially have 3 left backs, hence why I'm trying to retrain Mantia as a right full back, because one of our right backs is like 36 years old. No, he's pretty dreadful. I was scouting these players here as well. This guy looks pretty decent, and I think there was another South American regen that looked really good as well. But he's got really good pace, really good dribbling and crossing, first touch, good determination, good flair. Doesn't have a release clause though, which would have been a little bit nice, but yeah, we'll see what happens. What about this guy, Suka? Could actually sign him on a free. He's interested. Okay. I'll try and get him on a backup contract, but I didn't really think that he was going to go for that. And of course, he won't actually come in until January, so let's do that. He actually looks pretty good. 23-year-old Peruvian. I mean, realistically, he's got most of the stats needed for a deep-lying forward. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's we'll see what his his wage demands will be. Guys, he's not too bad. Centre back. This guy looks pretty good. Leonardo Pena. 20 determination. Pretty good stats for a sweeper keeper. And I mean, he's actually pretty cheap. Between about 80k and 180k. I say we go for him. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, he's going to sit in the under-19s for a year and then essentially be the backup goalkeeper. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Let's just remove and exclude the percentage of profit and percentage of next sale. I mean, he's essentially operating at a 3rd tier level. So, you know, that's not great. But he does have a decent potential ability, so yeah, I think we will definitely try and get him in. Alrighty, so Schenk is injured. Let us see what we can do. Well, Xerxes here, so we'll drop him on the bench. Actually, I kind of want to start him over Oosterwijk. And then we also need... Oh, Klaus is at Bayern Munich on loan, on trial, sorry, on trial. It's good to see his stats are improving, so it's a positive, although it does leave us a little bit short with our centre-backs. I mean, Fernandez, yeah, he's not great. He's not great. I kind of would like to get rid of him, if I'm being honest, but we'll keep him around as a sort of a fourth choice backup. I mean, Brahma can kind of play there as well. I mean, kind of, not really, but if needed, last resort, we can do something like that. Let's bring Paulinho in. And let's also bring Cantillapedra in, just to build up some match fitness for him. You can also put Mantia on the bench. I mean, realistically, I'd like to actually try and start him in the right back position, just to try and get him familiar with the role a little bit more. And I think we'll go with that team. I really want to get Daniel, the Brazilian centre mid or attacking midfielder, in. I think he'll add a different level of quality to our midfield, which is kind of lacking a little bit at the moment. Alrighty, let's see what we can do against RB Leipzig. Again, we're sort of just focusing on building up match fitness. I really want to get into... Well, I want to try and get into the group stage of the Champions League. I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't think it's a really realistic, achievable goal for us. I mean, maybe we could get into the Europa League group stage. I'm not really too sure how the drop down works once you lose in the Champions League qualifiers and what level you drop down to. I mean, if anyone knows how that works, please do let me know in the chat. Alrighty, so they're 1-0 up now. Hannes Wolf. Mvongo with the assist. A little bit annoying as we go into half-time. I mean, that assist was from the goalkeeper. So, yeah, I guess we kind of switched off a little bit. And I guess it's also kind of showing us the difference in quality. It's going to ease Xerxes off his harder tackles. I mean, if we're going to try and come back in this game, we really need all of our players on the pitch. Alrighty, good save by Brondeel. I was going to say, could we counter-attack? But yeah, we gave the ball away straight away. Alrighty, Holscher is getting ripped up in the centre of midfield, so we'll take him off. I mean, Espinosa's not really doing too well on the right wing either. And Fernandez is also playing pretty dreadful. But that is kind of understandable. I would like to get Espinoza off. Let's just bring Vukic on. He can't really play there, but it is what it is. Salahi for Brahma, and we'll go Cantala for Kugo. And Xerxes has picked up a knock. Perfect. Not a dream start to his FC Twente career. Pretty lackluster performance. And then of course him also picking up a knock there. Hopefully it's nothing serious, because I'm pretty sure the first leg of the second qualifying round starts in about, I think, a week and a half. Might be 2 weeks. Oh, what a tackle. Pleguzello. He essentially saved a goal right there. I mean, we got, what, 45 seconds? What type of ball was that? Absolutely dreadful. Alright, well, there we go. Full time. We do unfortunately lose 1-0 to Leipzig. As you can see, it was pretty even. I mean, yeah, a lot of their players, their goalkeeper, 7.1. Willie Orban, their centre-back, getting a 7.6. Interesting to see that Mantia, for us, got a 7.2. Despite playing out of position. Fair play to the lad. Alright, please be good. Alright, 3 days for Joshua Xerxes. Question is, do I want this guy? Sukar. I feel like he does actually look pretty good. I'm starting to pay a lot of money in wages. I'm getting a little bit worried. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, we may as well negotiate for him. Who knows? There might be some decent sell-on transfer fee that we can get for him in the future. We'll start at 5k. We'll work our way up, I guess. Never mind. 6.75k. There we go. I mean, he's going to be a free transfer, so in a way, we need to look at it as a positive. All right, so I think we got one more friendly before we well, the next friendly is when we actually do our squad registration. That'll be interesting. I mean, I may as well just accept that offer. There's no real point in trying to keep players in the reserves. I mean, if our reserve team gets relegated from their reserve division, I guess we'll just focus on it in the future and try and get them back, promoted back up once we get some decent players in through the academy, or pretty average players that will be good enough. Alrighty, so let's continue our negotiations. I think we went in for 80k, so we'll bump it up to about 100. We'll just continue things flowing. We may as well accept those offers. I mean, he's a bit of a nothing player. Interesting. How are they offering him a free contract? A free transfer? He's still got a year left on his contract. That's kind of confusing. Okay, well that's a bit of a bummer. Salahi out with a broken hand. We'll just send him to the specialist. Because we are kind of lacking defensive midfielders as well. We only have Brahma and Salahi, so essentially our backup is now gone. Some more, half-decent players from these Dutch teams are leaving. Although, as you can see, they're also essentially trying to replace some players as well. PSV just brought in this guy who looks pretty decent. Walter Gonzalez from Pachuca. I mean, he looks pretty good for us. But a pretty large wage. Yanmat. Ooh, Frosinone. They're coming in for Suka. He's actually got 10 caps for Peru. That's pretty unfortunate. I mean, hopefully he chooses us over them, but I would say that Italy is probably more appealing than Holland. In terms of football, I mean, I would choose to live in Holland over Italy any day of the week. I've actually been to Amsterdam and I just absolutely loved it. Friendly people, beautiful. Well, Amsterdam was beautiful. I really enjoyed myself when I was there. PSG? Oh, dude, come on, I found him first. That's pretty annoying. I wish they would just give him, give me a value, the scouts at least. Try and make an inquiry, because he's actually pretty good. This guy, not so much, but the Uruguayan wingers is definitely talented. Alrighty, so we've got one more friendly against Monaco, and then we take on PAOK in the first leg at home. So, very big game for the second qualifying first leg. Now Dortmund are coming in for Onana. Such a beastly goalkeeper. Alrighty, so Daniel is going to sign with us. And I mean, he looks really, really good. He's going to be a box-to-box midfielder, though, for us in centre mid, so not exactly natural for him. But just looking at him, he's 100% a massive step up from what we currently have. Super happy to get him in. Like I said, lacking strength and jumping, and of course tackling and marking is pretty low for a centre mid. But I mean, 165k, that is a bargain for sure. So there we go. Daniel is an FC Twente player. Just get him trained on the box-to-box role as well. Send him on an intensive language course, and then finally we'll welcome him to the club as well. And luckily we haven't actually done the squad registration, so perfect. We'll be able to include him in the Champions League qualifying squad. And I mean, realistically, I'll probably just start him, to be honest. Like I said, he's much, much better, in my opinion, than what we currently have. Okay. Wow. He actually doesn't look too bad for 18. On a free transfer as well. Whoa. Okay, he is linked with a lot of French clubs. We will definitely scout him, but I don't really see us signing him, to be honest. Anyway, let's bring in our players that we want to play for the first leg. I want Kugo to play, although I want Kentelopedra to be match fit. And Kugo is already 100% match fit, so probably should... I want to play Daniel, but I'm a little bit worried that he's going to be really fatigued going into it. I think we do have about 5 days in between, 6 days almost. So that's perfect, but yeah, it's a little bit worrying. We also have Klaus back, who's now not match fit anymore, which is annoying. Alrighty. I think we'll go with that team. I mean, this right side could be really lethal. Espinosa on the wing, Daniel as the right-sided centre mid, and then Van der Lele, who was pretty immense last season as well, shipping in with a lot of goals and assists in the right fullback position. I mean, Monaco have a pretty good team. Like I said, I mean, realistically, I did most of these friendlies purely for the financial side of things. Also, I kind of wanted to see if we could compete against some of the better teams in Europe, such as Leipzig, Monaco, and of course, a friendly against Ajax is also, I would say, a tough game, a very tough game indeed. Brahma. Xerxes. Ooh, I thought he was going to get his first goal, even though it is only a friendly. One other thing I want to check is if Daniel can take free kicks or penalties. Because penalties was a pretty bad thing for us last season. Espinosa, I think he missed about 2 or 3 penalties. Jovetic is in behind, and he does indeed score. A little bit unfortunate, but again, the quality of teams we are versing is much better than our own. I mean, I don't think we're that far off, but yeah, I mean, Monaco, they're a very, very good side. Abidjania with a shot just wide there. I mean, it's their first shot on target, so probably a little bit unlucky. As you can see, we're pretty much dominating them. I might bring Xerxes off at halftime, just to make sure that he'll be fit. Of course, he did pick up that knock in the previous game. And he is kind of looking exhausted, so I think we'll take him off. We will bring on Vukic. A quick look at Daniel here. So 12 free kick taking, and he cannot take penalties. Okay. Fair enough. Win the second half. I just want a better performance. You know, if we can at least get a goal back, I think that'd be pretty beneficial. Alright. We'll make a few more subs. Where is he? I mean, Paulinho can probably come off for Bacca. I am going to start Bacca for the game itself. Kugo can come on for Cantillapedra. Mantia for Vanderlele. Who else? Holsha can come on for Abidjania. And I guess Laukart can come on for Brahma. Just in case. Just want to take our best players off. We'll give these other reserve players, well, some of them are starters, like Kugo and Bacca. But we just want to try and give them a bit of match fitness, and at the same time, you know, rest our starters that will be playing the next game. Alright, what can Holsha do? Bit of a nothing cross, and Daniel, there we go, boys. First game, I know it's only a friendly, but first game and first goal for him, essentially on debut. And I mean, he's just shot up to an 8.3 match rating. No way. There is no way. He's just picked up an injury. Got to be kidding me. Oh, dude, that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. I should have taken him off. I mean, if I took him off, he wouldn't have got the goal, but still. That's harsh. Football Manager at its finest. We've actually got the winner, Kugo. Assist going to Espinoza. Oh, but man, that is brutal for Daniel to pick up that injury there. I mean, we essentially got another goal there, although Pleguzello is offside. But we've actually beaten Monaco. I mean, it was a stoppage time goal from Kugo, but still, our two new South Americans both getting goals. Very impressive. But like I said, how bad? Alright, it's not too bad. 2 to 3 weeks. But basically, he's going to miss both the qualifiers. Both legs. Damn it. Oh, that is super frustrating. I really wanted him for these qualifiers. Alrighty, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, why did he have to get injured? Really got to rain on my parade. Yeah, I really do like the look of this guy, Painter. I think he looks like a really good prospect for the goalkeeping department. Just gonna praise a couple of these guys. Who wants Holscher? Venlo on loan. Yeah, I don't think so. And Paulinho. I mean, we've essentially brought in a lot of South American players. I mean, Paulinho was brought in from Thailand. Then we got Daniel, Kugo. What's his name? Completely forgotten his name. Mantia. Interesting. It's weird that these clubs can actually come in and offer offer pre-contracts to my players. I'm assuming it's because I've set them to be released. But yeah, I don't really have any idea as to why that's happening. Alrighty. Let's get into the big games, the important ones, the qualifiers for the Champions League. I mean, if I show you our finances here, you know, we're looking okay at the moment. Just over 12 million. Projections looking pretty good as well. Be up near 20 million at the end of the season. But, you know, if we make the Champions League, well, the finances will skyrocket. We're able to make the group stage. Ooh. Alrighty, so it has begun. They're already coming in for offers. I mean, maybe it would be smarter for me to just sell him now for his... Is there a way to look at his contract that he already has? I don't think there is. Would really like to see his contract because I'm pretty sure that he has the 2.5 mil release clause. Interesting. Alright, well, one thing I'm going to do for sure, if I'm even going to negotiate, we're going to put 50% of next sale, and we're going to lock that in straight away. I want half of his next transfer fee, no matter what it is. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty bloody high, with just how good he is. Anyway, moving on. Try and bump that up to 2 mil. Um, 10 games, 10 games. I mean, realistically, I don't really like these clauses. I prefer just to have the money. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I mean, it doesn't look good to me because I want about 20 million for him. Whatever. We'll negotiate. See what happens. Alright, so Sigurchi is actually back from his injury. So I guess that's a bit of a positive. I mean, we could try and play him in these qualifiers. Although maybe I just try and stick with what I know. Alright, so we have lost Suka. He did go to Frosinone. Pretty disappointing. I'm just curious imagine if Bayern Munich just, accept that transfer straight up. I mean, maybe we could try and come back in for Carlos Fierro. Still doesn't want to negotiate with me. Alrighty. Oh, I knew this would happen. Oh, god damn it. I mean, do I just take it? Oh, dude, he is so good. He is so good, and he's the literal position that I want so badly. A ball-playing centre-back. Oh, that is brutal. I'm going to accept it. I mean, 50% plus essentially 4.5 mil. Just makes me upset. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather get 4.5 mil plus 50% of next sale than just 2.5 mil release clause. It makes sense. It does make sense. This guy still doesn't want to sign with me. I mean, at least he rejected the offer from the other Norwegian team. Kanate. Hmm. Like I said, I would like a right winger. He's not great. He would. We'll scout him. We'll scout him. Alrighty, well, here we go. Hayok. First leg. We are at home. I'm going to expect us to win. I mean, I'm expecting us to win both legs, if I'm being honest. But you just never know. You just never know. Alrighty. Daniel, not going to be available. Holshaw, I guess we'll just stick with what we know. We'll swap Daniel with Sigurchi. Hugo will come back in for Candela Pedra. Backer will come back in for Paulinho. And again, we can only have 7-man bench as opposed to the 12 that you get in the Eredivisie. So I think we'll go Paulinho on the bench for Laucart. Because Sigurchi can actually play defensive mid as well. And then we got Vukic up front, and Candela Pedra could essentially play on the wings if needed. Alright, so I think we'll go with that. Schenk is still out injured as well, so Fernandez will keep his spot on the bench. And I mean, Timo Klaus, unfortunately, only at 85% match condition. But let's do it. Let's go. Can we give Xerxes the 9? Yes, we can. Auto number everybody else. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alrighty, let's go. First leg. I'm expecting a win. Hopefully the boys can get it for me. We're definitely starting the better of the two teams. They haven't had a shot yet. Guzan. Is that Brad? It is Brad Guzan. The American. Pretty random for him to be there. Xerxes. How did he not score? It was almost easier to score a goal there. And luckily we don't concede. Xerxes to the back post. Espinoza will grab it. Holshaw scores. I mean, it was essentially going to be left out of this game if Daniel was fit, so who knows what might have happened. We've got the opening goal, though, just before the 30-minute mark. Can we get a second? Xerxes hits the post. So unlucky. Short corner, Holshaw to the back post. Klaus! It's his first goal for the club. Probably might be his last goal for the club as well, if he is going to leave. But what an important goal that could be. 2-0 up. Almost approaching half-time. And yeah, I'd say we're looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Pretty dominant. Abujania, Vanderlele, Espinoza. Bit of a nothing pass there. Does manage to win the ball back. Kugo. Good save by Brad Guzan there. But we are playing well. No shots on target for them so far. As we go into half-time. Alrighty. Good start. Very, very good start. Xerxes, get in there, son. 3-0 up. Xerxes getting his debut goal in a competitive game for FC Twente. I mean, 3-0 up. We are definitely in the driving seat at the moment. I mean, as long as we don't concede, I would say this is like a perfect performance so far. Man, what a risky back pass that was. We are looking very, very good, though. I was a little bit worried after those friendlies, but I'm guessing the win over Monaco has really done us a lot of favours. Hugo, the danger man. The new danger man. Xerxes just heads it wide. A little bit unfortunate. Espinoza. But Uzello, ooh, blocked as well. A little bit unfortunate there as he can't manage to get it in the back of the net. Xerxes almost gets another shot off, but it is shut down. Haven't really made any subs, but we'll bring Vukic on, and we'll also bring Cantillapedra on. I mean, Kugo's on a 6.6, which is... I mean, it's pretty odd, to be honest. Wouldn't really expect him to... Oh, what a shot by Espinoza. Yeah, I mean, it is Kugo's competitive debut as well. So I probably can't be too harsh on him, but I low-key expected a little bit more from him. Hopefully he contributes more in the second leg. And they do get a goal back. Chuba Akpom, another former Arsenal player. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I was hoping that we could keep the clean sheet. Anyway, we absolutely dominated them. 3-1 victory. 3-1 up on aggregate now as well. They do have the away goal, but, I mean... Essentially, I would say that we can probably get an away goal ourselves. So that'll hopefully, you know, negate their away goal. Apparently, we're 12 games unbeaten, so that's pretty decent. But a very impressive 3-1 victory. Like I said, little bit disappointed to concede a late goal there. Whoa! Okay. Things just got a lot more interesting. Should I just try and negotiate this higher? 4.5 mil. I mean, let's try 7.5. Let's just negotiate. I mean, I wonder if I can actually reject Bayern's offer. Because I'm pretty sure he wants to go to PSG. I may as well just chuck a cheeky transfer offer in for this guy. Bonnier. Bonnet? I don't know. No idea how to pronounce his name. How much would he want? Okay. Alright. He's rejected it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Dude, they've accepted it. What? How much money could I actually get for this guy? Like, I'm about to freak out. Could I just put like 20 mil in there and they probably would have accepted it? Okay, well, I'm a little bit scared. I mean, Ter Vest, I mean, he's pretty dreadful. Let me have a look at this buy-in transfer offer. I can reject it. Ooh. Should I reject it? I mean, I think I should. Sorry, buy-in. Sorry, buy-in. But you're going to have to improve your offer. At least match PSG. I mean, if you go higher, I'll reject their offer. So it's all up in the air. Just wondering how much I could actually get for him. Like, what would be their ceiling? Very curious. Alright, so Laucart's picked up an injury there as well. So has Mantia. So quite a few players are going to be out for this this second leg here. Just wondering if Daniel's going to be fit. Well, he's not going to be fit, but if he'll be available for selection. Possibly. I would like to at least have him on the bench. I think that'd be a pretty good option to bring on, just in case, you know? Interesting. Quite a few clubs going in for this guy. Yuri de Boer. I mean, he does have really good positioning. His 10 passing is not too bad either. I'm gonna offer him, just offer 80k straight up. I mean, I don't really know how good he is, but I don't want to try and, I don't want to miss out on him just in case. And I mean, he could be he could be the replacement for Klaus, but let's be real, Klaus is by far our best defender at 16 years old. I mean, we got him when he was 15 as well through the academy. Absolutely crazy. Now, even Udinese, they want him as well. Let's give Daniel the number 10. Not really too worried about Vukic. He can have the 20. I mean, Klaus is leaving, so that doesn't matter too much. Him the 4, him the 2, the 3. Yeah, I think that works out pretty well. Xerxes got the 9. I mean, Oosterwijk could have the... Don't really want to give him the 14, but he can have the 15. Sort of as the backup striker. Alrighty, so a couple of days to process through. I guess we'll just offer 90k, see if they'll accept that. I mean, I don't really expect him to actually come to us, considering there's so many other clubs in for him. But you never know. You never know. Alright, so it's been accepted. Let's just go with young prospect or hot prospect. I was going to go with a youngster contract, but I just wanted to do hot prospect. Just in case. I mean, that's fine. 750 is pretty cheap still. Oh, I really hope Dortmund take Lozano from PSV. I'm pretty sure he was their second best player. He might have even been their best player, which helped them win the league last season. So a little bit scary if he stays, but hopefully he doesn't. Oh, okay. On trial. I was going to say. Wait, what? That is so stupid. Why would he... He rejects all the other transfer offers and then goes on loan to Udinese. And therefore, all the rest of the transfer offers get declined. That is so random. Oh, Bayern are coming back in. They are coming back in. Okay. I mean, do I try and go higher with them now? Considering PSG already offered 7.5 mil. Well, they've accepted 7.5 mil plus 50% of next sale. I mean, we'll lock that in again. And I think I'm just going to try and go 10 mil. I mean, they might negotiate it. They probably will. But you just never know. I mean, I might be able to just, keep a bit of a negotiating war between PSG and Bayern. I mean, that would be the ideal. I currently don't have the latest faces, but I do have the... Well, it's not the latest summer transfer database, but I think it was the update for when the Premier League closed. So yeah, it's not up to date perfectly because obviously I've been playing it for, well, we're into the second season now, so yeah, but it's pretty up to date. It's not too bad. Oh, he's not too bad. Everton Felipe. A little bit expensive. We don't have much of a transfer budget left at the moment. We actually signed this guy. Man, he's very decent. Jack Lancaster. Oh, I mean, a fee of 4.6 mil, but obviously we can't afford that anyway. More of a curiosity thing. All right, so here we go. The second leg of our Champions League second qualifying round. Oh, definitely not. No way. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. I mean, all up, it is 10 million, 2.7 up front, and then 7.5 in 4 installments. Dude, like, I'm going to accept it, and then we'll reject the PSG offer. And I guess... Oop, stop that for a second. We will reject the PSG offer of 7.5. And I mean, I'll just hope that they'll come back in. Yeah, would for sure be a great time to download the summer transfer, or the final. I'm wondering if the final one's actually out yet. I know a lot of people... I think there's you can pay for it, or you can donate to the guy that does it. But he does then release it himself for free. I think a couple of weeks after. Not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not really too fussed about faces. I've never really been that interested in him. And I've essentially played since FM 2011, so... Alrighty, here we go. Second leg. Klaus is injured. He's got a bit of a knock. But I think Schenk is back. Yeah, Schenk is back from his injury, so he's not really fit, but I'm going to put him in there anyway. And unfortunately, Daniel still not going to be back for another 4 days. So that sucks, but you know, we'll stick with Holsha and Abidjania. Okay, so it is out. Okay, that's pretty cool. On by Pro and Friends. I think I might use the same one. But like I said, it's pretty sure it's from a few weeks ago. When I started this series, this live series. Alright, so looking at the lineup here, I think we're just gonna go with essentially the same team. Except for Schenk coming in for Klaus. I'm really hoping PSG come back in with another offer. I might even try and just go straight up to 15 mil. Because I think PSG is his preferred club. So, and they look like, well, they offered 7.5 up front. Whereas Bayern, I mean, they gave me the 10 mil that I wanted. But it was in installments, so... Interesting. Anyway, Kugo, looking for him to have a better performance. This tactic, it's very, very good. Let me say that. If you're not familiar with me, you can go check out my YouTube channel. Got a lot of content on there. I actually have a San Marino challenge that has gone for 102 episodes. And let me just say that this tactic on that series, very, very, very good. And there we go, Espinoza with the opening goal. Yeah, so basically I've won, I think, 7 Serie A's in a row. Countless cups. Won the Champions League, won the Europa League. Yeah, it's a pretty good tactic. That is for sure. Alright, can we get another goal? Holsha. Shot just wide. A little bit unfortunate there. But we are again dominating them. Which is a positive sign. Alrighty. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that first half. Espinosa with a free kick. Pretty good save, although I think it came off the post there, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's make a sub. Cantalepedra can come on for Kugo. And then I think Sigurchi can come on for Holscher. Yeah, I think we'll keep one sub just in case. Don't want to go, 100% balls to the wall. We don't really need to. We're 4-1 up on aggregate, so we are, I would say we're through to the next round. Vandelele, Abijania, Sigurchi. Oh, he's got a debut goal, Sigurchi. Pretty interesting header there. Yeah, TFF, he has some really good tactics. So this is his shield wall tactic, but it was his old shield wall from a few months ago. I think he's since updated it. But it's still very, very good for me. And I haven't really changed anything, so yeah, there we go. 2-0 victory. Or was it 5-1 on aggregate? I mean, we kept them to 0 shots on target, so pretty good away performance, I would say. Ooh, we've drawn Leon. That is a very tough draw. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. Anyway, I mean, if we go out, we go out. But if we win, who knows what might happen. Alright, so we finally got our offer accepted again. I mean, this time he actually wants less money. Which is very, very weird. Alrighty. So I think I was going to give him, what, 750? Yeah. I know what you mean about the conversion rate. I feel like with the shield wall tactic, it's a lot more solid. Well, for me anyway, it's a lot more solid defensively. I don't think I've ever really conceded too many goals. I think the highest I've ever conceded, and it might have only happened like once or twice in like 20 seasons, was like 3 goals conceded. I don't think I've ever conceded more than 3. I might be wrong, but if you guys could follow the stream, that'd be much appreciated. Got our first follower tonight. Love to try and get a few more. Ooh, Barcelona in for Kluivert. The registration rules. I mean, I don't even think there are registration rules, to be honest. Yeah, I legit don't even think there are any rules. Just trying to think, because I don't remember. ever actually doing it. Yeah, I don't think there is. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I don't remember ever doing a squad. Yeah, squad registration for it. I can't. Just trying to think back, but yeah, I don't think I have. Alrighty, it's time. He's going to be leaving us after what? About 4 months. Timo Klaus from our academy. He played what? He essentially played 2 games. 10 million, 50% of next sale. I mean, he's a wonder kid for sure. Perfect position as well. Ball playing centre back. Oh, I'm so sad. So sad to lose him. Oh well. We must move on. I mean, we have signed this guy as his, well, like, I don't want to say replacement because he's not his replacement. But he's in the club nonetheless. Alrighty. Yuri. Is that Yuri? I'm assuming that's how you say Yuri. Yeah, 9 determination. I mean, they both, well, they both essentially have 9, so yeah. But I mean, look at how good he is. And he pretty much looked like this when he was in the academy at 15, so hmm. Apparently this guy's our next best hot prospect. I mean, look at our facilities. They're not even that great, to be honest. So, yeah. Pretty sad, but like I said, hopefully we'll get some decent money for him in the future. I mean, realistically, he was always going to leave. I'm pretty sure that he had a 2.5 mil release clause as well on his professional contract. So, we've essentially four times that price and got that clause for his next sale. So I'm pretty happy with it, but again, I much rather would have kept him. All right, so here we go. We got the Johan Cruyff Schal, which I'm pretty sure is the Dutch Super Cup, the equivalent. Pretty much just want to go with the same team. Might bring Fernandez in for Shank. I'm not really too worried about this game. I don't care if we lose to PSV. I want to focus on the Champions League, and we've essentially got Lyon away in 3 days after this game, so got to be careful. Mantilla can come in. We'll try and get him somewhat natural in that right back position. Paulinho can come in for backer. Needs a bit of match fitness. Cantala Pedra. We'll just go with a bit of a second string team, I think. We'll play Oosterwijk up front as well. Like I said, alright, anyway, let's just go with that team. Not really too good, but like I said, it is what it is. Want to focus on the Champions League, the third qualifying round. Oh man, I always love getting wonder kids through the academy. The worst part about my San Marino, yeah, I know he's completely new to the position. I'm trying to get him trained there. I feel like just throwing him in the deep end is hopefully gonna speed up the process a little bit. But yeah, on my San Marino save or series, I kept getting like these really good wonder kids through my academy. Oh, Pleguzello. Alright, we're 1-0 up, so I mean that's a great start. Yeah, they kept having dual nationality, and then they would develop so well and turn into, elite players, but they would go on to play for Italy instead of San Marino. And I mean it was essentially crucifying the national team. Couldn't really make any progress with it. I mean, so many yellow cards. Jeez, what's going on? Mantia, Pleguzello, even Paulinho as well. Jeez, 5 yellow cards. He looks very decent. Were you playing as Arsenal, or did Arsenal take him off you? Oh, God. What a bad goal to concede. Oh, okay. Are you an Arsenal fan? Because I'm an Arsenal fan as well. Alright, it's a penalty. And in typical Espinoza fashion, he's missed the penalty. I really need to change him and take him off penalties. Oh, Mantia with a pretty good shot. I went to a couple of games, a couple of Arsenal games back in 2015. I actually went to the group stage game. My first ever game was the group stage game against Bayern Munich when we won 2-1. 2-1 or 2-0? I can't even remember now. But it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I didn't even expect to go to the game, which makes it even better. But my cousin just popped up with tickets. Yeah, I mean, I've had that exact thought before. I really don't understand. It essentially just wastes time for the game player in relation to VAR. So it's a weird one, that's for sure. Anyway, got to bring Hugo on for Cantala Pedra, and then I think we'll bring Xerxes on as well, just for the last 25 minutes or so. That was the group stage. The group stage, the home game. And I actually met Robbie from AFTV after the game outside the pub. Ooh, almost another goal there. I mean, can we get the winner here? No, it wasn't that one. We actually won the game. Let me have a look here. Try and find out which one it is. It was back in 2015. And PSV have scored. Damn it. No, I didn't feature in AFTV. I just met him outside the pub. We had a little chat. He did say that if I was interested in coming on, that he was down for it. Because he said he likes to have, there we go, Xerxes with the equalizer. Good stuff. Looks like it's going to go to extra time, which is not great for us. Because we do want to sort of save legs. Oh, it's going to go straight to penalties. Okay, that's perfect. Like I said, I'm not really too fast, so we'll just let it play out. Yeah, Robbie said that he wanted, he likes to have fans from around the world. Yeah, I miss DT's old rants about Wenger. I mean, as did pretty much everyone else, considering the videos used to go viral. Oh, Brahma's missed. Damn it. Please miss. No, he scores it. How do I rate it? I think it was pretty positive, considering. Oh my god, Sigurchi as well. Alright, well, we've lost the Super Cup. Looking at it, I think, all the players that we got in, I would say, are upgrades on some of the players that we were... they're definitely upgrades on certain players, as PSV lift the title there, the trophy. Pretty unfortunate, but anyway. Yeah, looking at it as a whole, I think the only way it could have been better was if we managed to get, a better centre-back instead of David Luiz. But, I do understand why we signed him. Yeah, I'm super happy with Tierney. I think that signing could potentially kickstart, a solid defense for the future. I just hope that Bellerin, when he comes back, is the player he was before his injury last season. Yeah, Upamecano, yeah, he would have been good. I think he's a little bit overpriced. He hasn't really done too much, but he looks very good. Jonathan Tah would have been another solid centre-back choice. Big, strong. I find it so interesting that people have already slated Pepe after, what, like 2 games or whatever. Not even 2 games, really. He hasn't even played that consistently. He's been off the bench and stuff like that. And I mean, realistically, he's probably not even fit. And he's still, showing real quality. think once he gets his first goal, he'll be a force to be reckoned with, I think. Who do I want to make captain? That's an interesting choice. Maybe Pleguzello? Yeah, I don't think Koulibaly is going to happen. Yeah, I think I'd prefer Upamecano as well. Koulibaly would just be way too expensive. And I don't see him leaving Napoli for Arsenal, if that makes sense. I think they're similar levels. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Pleguzello for the vice captain. He was already at the club. As you can see, they signed him. I'm assuming they signed him in real life. Yeah, he was already at the club on the updated database. So yeah, he was actually really solid for me last season. Was it really that expensive? Jeez, 10 mil. Hmm. Getting his coaching badges. Yeah, I think that the Mkhitaryan deal happened very, very late. I think we needed Reece Nelson. I think he could have been quite dangerous. And of course, he knows what it means to verse Tottenham. Anyway, just going to bring back Kugo. Schenk can come back in for Fernandez. We've essentially got to go full strength for this game. So Vanderlele can come back in. Xerxes will go back up front. Daniel can come on the bench for Verhey. I mean, Verhey is pretty useless, so as you can see, 35 years old. I mean, he's a good player in terms of his technicals, but he's really just lacking physicals massively. Yeah, so I think I'd rather have Daniel there with Sigurdschi. And I think we'll try and bring Daniel off the bench. Yeah, like the likes of Jenkinson. Jenkinson, El Neni. Who else? I mean, I don't even I can't even remember our Deadwood players. I mean, Iwobi left, but I wouldn't really call him Deadwood. Probably just average, I would say. I think that's the starting lineup we're going to go with. All right, let's go. Away at Lyon. And of course, they have Dolberg as well. They just signed from Ajax. And we are huge underdogs, so I'm just going to tell them that. Oh yeah, but Welbeck and Czech, we're going to leave anyway with their contracts. Actually, I completely forgot about Kashani. I completely forgot about that. Maybe I just blocked it out of my mind. Because it was such just a horrible... Yeah, it did. Thank you for following, by the way. I really need to sort out Streamlabs and get that all set up. Yeah, it was atrocious, man. Just straight up disrespectful to a... Oh, damn it. Alright, we're 1-0 down. Not great. Oh, the unveil? Oh, the unveil was just disgusting. When I watched it, I was speechless. I didn't even know what to think. It had to have been his idea as well to do it that way. Because what club? I mean, maybe Bordeaux were upset with Arsenal at the fact they had to pay for him, but still, I think it would have been his idea to do it. Yeah, straight in the trash. All right, 1-0 down at halftime. I am going to be ending the stream fairly soon. I do have work tomorrow, and I'm going to have a late start, luckily, but it is pretty late here in Australia. Almost 20 past 12 a.m. All right, we're only 1-0 down, but we're not looking too bad. Can we get an away goal? That is the question. Holshaw, Vanderlele, Espinoza, Xerxes, get in there, son! Yes! Alright, we got the away goal. Now we just need to hold it. Only our second shot on target, so... They are dominating us, but we're not playing too badly. We haven't... I would say they're dominating, but they realistically haven't done too much in regards to scoring another goal. Yeah, nah. I definitely can't play a whole season. Realistically, I would like to try and do the second leg of this qualifying round. Just have to wait and see how we're doing for time. Damn it! Right at the end of the game. Memphis Depay. I mean, we still got the away goal, but that is frustrating. I mean, I probably should have made some changes, but I mean, everything that I have on the bench, apart from Daniel, who's more of an attacking player. Damn it. Yeah, I definitely think penalties needs an overhaul. I mean, like I said, you know, in regards to this series, oh, don't do it to me. Ugh. Dolberg getting another goal in stoppage time. And it's 3-1. The tie's over. It is essentially over, just like that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that, 90th minute, 92nd minute. Van der Lele with a 5.8 full-time rating. Absolutely dreadful. We have capitulated. We've actually got the first Eredivisie game as well, in between. Against Heerenveen. Hmm. This is so hard for me to change. Purely for the fact that this tactic has been so good for me. And honestly, I have so much faith in it. Ooh, Veltman. I mean, that's the positive thing. All these, you know, better Dutch clubs, they're all losing their better players. Especially PSV. I mean, they got raided pretty much. Still managed to beat me in the cup though, so. Alright, one thing I do want to do is take Espinoza off penalties. Go with Xerxes. And then I guess Oosterwijk. The Gershi. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Interesting. Usually I just leave it attacking. I think it's very rare for me to concede late goals like that. Usually it's me scoring late goals, to be honest. But I think, you know, obviously Leon are probably a much better team than we are, so I would say it's kind of fair for them to beat us at home, or at their home, sorry. I haven't actually looked at the EPL. Can check that in a second. They came second in the first season. Liverpool won it, so that's pretty interesting. 4 points. Beating both City and United. That's pretty close. Not too bad. Player stats. I mean, I would assume that they're pretty. Let's have a look. I think that's for this season, though. Yeah. Interesting. Man, Tini looks so good. He didn't play too well, though. Have a look at Pepe. Not too bad. 13 goals, 7 assists. Alrighty, so Sigurchi can come in. He can start. I guess Daniel can start as well, actually. Not match fit, so we want to probably give him a bit of game time. And then Paulinho can start as well. Alrighty, I think we'll go with that lineup. Sigurchi and Daniel in the center of midfield. Maybe Cantala Pedro could come in. What, face pack? Should just be the default face pack, really. Pretty sure it's default. I usually don't download anything, so in regards to face packs, but alrighty, let's go with that. Not too bad. Alrighty, I'm looking for a win in our first Eredivisie game. Especially against a team like Heerenveen, sorry. Espinoza. I mean, probably should have done better. The level of competition is going to be so different, while we're playing in the Champions League. Ooh, Xerxes with a header just over the bar. I'm assuming RTX is like a processor or graphics card or something. I mean, that's a pretty solid first half there. I haven't changed anything. I don't think I changed anything. But like I said, I did download the tactic like months ago. Is it a good graphics card or a bad one? The one you just said. Because I would say my computer is pretty decent, but I mean, I don't really know a lot about computers. Daniel, off the crossbar. Damn it. And again, can't find the back of the net. Yeah, I know. A little bit frustrating, but I have faith. And like I said, I find it very solid defensively. As you can see, we're, limiting them to essentially nothing. Alright, let's make a couple of subs. Mantia can come on for Paulinho. He's playing pretty dreadfully. Oh, it seems smooth. Okay. I thought you were just trolling. Yeah, it's a pretty decent computer. I mean, I paid enough for it, so... who else? Bring Holscher on for Sigurdschi. And Oosterwijk for Xerxes. Just want to keep him match fit, not match fit, but have his condition be somewhat decent. Really, 900. Pretty expensive. Come on, boys. Can we score here at least? Back post. Kugo, get in there. Woo! Okay. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. I don't think he's offside. Usually when they walk back... Yeah, there we go. Goal is confirmed. Alrighty, well, we have won this game. Thank God. Their goalkeeper's on a pretty decent rating as well. Can we sneak another one? Perhaps? Mantia? Holscher? Espinoza? Oh, what a rocket. I mean, he can't score a penalty, but he can score a goal like that, so... See what I mean? We like to score late goals. Even if we have dominated the game completely. Yeah. I have seen that. But sometimes I miss the linesmen, so I can't actually see them. If I'm not specifically looking over there. There we go. Good way to kick off our Eredivisie campaign as well. I mean, we left it late, but a 2-0 victory is pretty decent. Yeah, maybe you just got like a post-traumatic stress disorder from offside goals. I think I'll do this this second leg here against Leon, and then unfortunately I will have to call it a night. Need to get some beauty sleep for work tomorrow. Like I said, if you're interested, you can go check out my my YouTube channel. Exactly the same name as it is on here, AuspiciousAussie. And I also have got a Athletic Bilbao series And then I've also got a short-lived Atlanta United MLS series. 10-0 against United. That's pretty crazy. I mean, it almost seems, totally unrealistic, so... Still, very, very good result, you have to say. Now that's unrealistic. 11 shots on target for 10 goals against Manchester United. uh, alrighty. Alright, so Baka can come back in. Paulinho can go back on the bench. Olsha can come back in as well. And then I think Abujania can come back in. Zaguchi, put him on the bench. And then I think we're good. I mean, I low-key want to play Daniel. Just because he's more attacking. Let's do that. Holsha can play... Let's play him on the left side. And then we'll play Daniel on the right side of central midfield. Just, just in case he can do something special. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, come on, boys. We need a 2-0 victory. Or a 3-0 victory. And essentially we can't concede any goals. Interesting. Let's see what happens, eh? Let's see what happens. In my mind, we're already out, so... If the boys manage to do the unbelievable, then so be it. Alright, here we go. Baka, Kugo. Baka with a pretty disappointing cross. Do manage to win the ball back, though. A lot of space on the wing, actually. What can we do with it? Holsha, Daniel, Vanderlele. I mean, we're holding possession pretty nicely. Xerxes. All right, 1-0. It's on. It is on. Come on, boys. I'm actually a little bit nervous because I think we might be able to come back. You watch. We'll score 2 goals. And then they'll score like a 90th minute. A 90th minute goal to send us out. Just to crush my heart before I go to bed. Big second half. Alright, Espinosa's got a yellow card. We'll ease him off. Just in case. Ooh, okay. I'm getting pretty nervous here. Don't want to make any changes. Baka. Oh my god. What a chance. What a chance. I mean, I'm just going to do a shout and tell him to push forward. And Plagizello's picked up an injury. Perfect. Exactly what I need right now. Come on, boys. Please. Yeah, not going to happen. Shoot. Ah, there we go. Should be full time. That's pretty disappointing. I mean, we beat Leon, which is a pretty good result, but we're out of the Champions League. Damn it. Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But to be fair, realistically, the best team won over 2 legs. I don't think we're really good enough to be competing at that type of level yet. Not yet, but soon, hopefully. Alrighty, well, I think that will wrap up the stream. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And of course, Hamshik, thank you for keeping me entertained. I hope all you guys will join me back for the next live stream. Probably won't be tomorrow, but I'm going to look to try and do another one in about 2 days. I think I do prefer Twitch over YouTube streaming, so I think from now on all my streams are going to be on Twitch. But I might try and upload the Twitch VODs to YouTube just in case, people miss the stream, which is, pretty possible considering I'm Australian. Most people around the world obviously are going to be tuning in. Well, they're probably going to be missing my streams due to the time difference and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Any other viewers that would like to follow the stream, make sure you do so. And like I said, take it easy, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.